For better living, are you feeling good tonight? This thing got me thinking of life.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are live from Lagos mainland. Today I went to the Family Ultra Modern Market. This is in Agor Palace Way, Okota. So if you guys are in that area or you are looking to go get your hair done in the market, I would recommend this place because I went there firsthand, talked to the stylist, talked to the owner, talked to them about their business, and she gave me a lot of insight. She also sells bundles and crochet hair. You guys, when I tell you her crochet hair is of the chain, you guys, the selection was crazy. I actually purchased some before I left, so I'm going to be doing a tutorial on them on Merriman TV, which is my other YouTube channel. Feel free to follow that if you're interested. I do hair on myself on that channel, so go ahead and follow that as well. So this is a salon. This is the stylist, the lead stylist. As you can see, she's currently trimming the hair, and I walked in on them doing this client's hair already, so I asked for permission and they said, yeah, Mary, sure, you can go ahead and feature us on your channel, which is awesome. So as you can see, she's doing the Ghana braiding on the client. This is a three-step cornrow. The bottom is single braids. The midsection, which is what she's working on right now, that is Ghana braids, and in the top section, which she's kind of sectioned off, is also going to be Ghana braids. So as you can see, her technique is also very different from that of people that are in Ghana, and she still is able to achieve very similar look, just with a different technique. So which is why I love this series that we're doing on this channel, because you get to see different perspective on how to achieve different things and how people all over the world do it a little bit different than what you're perhaps used to, and you just get to learn and just become a more well-rounded stylist. So what I really wanted to talk about, the things that I wanted to address on this video today, was the concept of African braiders. Now, when I was in the US and when people would talk about African braiders, quote unquote, I felt that it was always coming from a negative standpoint, which is why it was really on my heart heavy to really start this series, because I felt like almost it was my responsibility to reclaim that term back. I really disliked the way people were starting to view quote unquote African braiders in a way and first of all, the problem here from the jump is just the term African braiders. Why are we being addressed based off of where we're coming from? Why are we being addressed based on our continent? One, when you go to your nail shop, which is pretty much dominated by the Asians or Chinese industry, right? Do you still call them, I'm going to go get my nails done at the Asians, with the Asians or the Chinese folks? No, you don't do that. You address them by their business name, correct? So why is it that when it comes to African braiding services, or just going to a store that is predominantly dominated by African braiders of African descent, why do people feel like it's okay to address that particular salon as an African braiding shop based on I don't know how to explain it. It's very frustrating because sometimes when I try to talk about this with people, they don't see logic. Please feel free to leave your comments below and help me explain what I'm trying to explain if I'm not explaining it correctly. But I just feel like it's very disturbing that people feel like it's okay to call a salon based on just based on where the people are from, based on, their roots. It's just weird, African braiding shops. What is that? What is the name of the salon? Do you get? I'm pretty sure they have a salon name. I'm pretty sure the stylists have a name. Address them accordingly. Address them based on their name. Address them based on their business names. And another issue that people would always bring up about quote unquote African braiders is they would always say when you go there they would snatch your edges and things like that, which is so wrong and it's not true. Here's the thing: if a braider is braiding your hair too tight, it is your responsibility to speak up. Because sometimes as stylists, when we're braiding hair, we're thinking we're trying to grip your hair, correct? And we're thinking we want to make it as neat as possible. We can't feel what you're feeling. So it is your responsibility to to speak up. If your hair is too tight, speak up. Hey, can you loosen this a little bit, just a little bit, just so I can, move my eyebrows just a tad bit. Speak up and, express yourself. Have that courage. It's your hair. Like, sis, you have to speak up. So for you to go to those stores and deem them responsible for the loss of your edges, I feel like that is wrong. First of all, you can't necessarily prove that. Most times you can't prove that. I feel like over time people's hairline naturally, does its own thing just based on how frequent you get your hair braided and things like that. So you can't necessarily pinpoint that that's the problem or that's the person that did that to you. Not all the time. Typically you could, but like not all the time. But that stereotype is also there. And then there's another stereotype of having multiple braiders braid your hair at the same time. And people, for some reason, they think that's a bad thing. Well, I understand why, because sometimes most salons don't train their stylists to braid the same. So most times when you have 3 people braiding your hair at the same time, they could be braiding in 2 different ways and your hair would come out looking different in some pieces. I get that. However, I feel like it's done that way because when you're running a braiding shop, you can't just have one person braiding one person's hair all day. It's about how many clients you can get in as quick as possible in order for your business to be profitable, correct? So that's why they do that. That's why they have multiple people in your hair, not because they don't have anything else to be doing, but because they're trying to maximize their time. They're trying to, they're trying to work smarter, pretty much. If I had someone braiding with me, that's what I would do. I would hire more stylists so that way we can finish clients faster, and it's even more beneficial for you because you get to come in and leave as quickly as possible. You don't have to spend your whole day at the braiding shops. Okay, so yeah, that's why. And I would have clients that would come to me that would say, oh my God, girl, I'm so glad I found you. I used to go to these African braiding shops and they would do this and this and that. And I'm just looking, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, do they even know that I'm African? Like, I'm African too. So what's the difference from you going to their shop versus you coming to me? Or what's the difference from you going to an African American salon and you going to an African salon? Are we not all from the same place? Like, why are we separating ourselves with that term, African braiders? And why are we getting a bad rep for being African braiders? Like, I don't understand that concept. Please, let's reword that and let's start addressing businesses by their business name, addressing stylists by their name. These are people, these are individuals. They're a person first before they're a hairstylist, correct? So you would use that same etiquette to address them. But yeah, that's my whole thing on that. I just wanted to get that out of my system because I feel like it's been bugging me for a minute now. So I don't know. Just let me know what your thoughts are about that in the comments section. Do you agree? Do you not agree? If you don't agree, let me know why. Have you had experiences that weren't pleasant? Let us know why, and we could talk about it. And yeah, you guys. Anyway, so this style that the stylist is doing costs, I think they charge about 3,000 Naira. And like I said, mainland and island, the pricing structure are different. Lagos Island is more expensive to get your hair done. That's why I got mine done for 6,000 Naira. She got hers done in the island for 3,000 Naira. Which is equivalent to $8. Now remember what we talked about now before you go in the comments spazzing out. Remember what we talked about. Okay, this is Nigeria. The pricing is different. The currency is different. The standard of living is different. This is not America, okay? Although you want to pay a little extra because it's so cheap, try not to do that. But you can give them a tip if that's what you want to do, whatever. But just do whatever is natural to you at this point, because I'm tired of arguing to be honest. But yeah, you guys, they do such an amazing job. These ladies are the ones that really inspire me. When I was growing up in Africa, going to salons to get my hair done, these were the women that first inspired me to fall in love with hair. So I always have mad respect for them. I just love people that do hair generally. I just love being around them. Like, literally, you guys, these are the most talented. When I tell you talented braiders that I've ever come across, these women are it. Like the ladies you see in the marketplaces hustling, like getting the clients in and out in like 3 hours, these are where it starts. Like these women are the ones making the statements, but it just sucks because I feel like they don't get as much acknowledgement, they don't get as much respect. And like I said, that's why I'm doing this series, because I really want us to start changing the way that we see stylists, especially in our community, in the African community. I feel like hairstylists are not respected. We do so much, but we earn very little, and we are looked down on sometimes as a last resort, type of occupation. And I dislike that so much, because if you do hair, you know that a lot of times it's about passion. Hair is such a difficult job. Like the amount of technique or just like knowledge that goes into having a successful service on a client is crazy. So a lot of times when you meet stylists, it's not like they're doing it because they don't have any other option. They genuinely love hair. Like like I've never met a hairstylist that didn't just love hair and they were just doing it. Nobody has time for that. You know how hard it is for somebody to just say, oh, I just want to do hair just because? No, you have to love it in order for you to be good at it. So yeah, I really appreciate these women, like so talented, and see how neat her braids are. And this client has natural hair, so she was able to like really, really grip them, make it smooth. Just, you guys, I just can't. I'll show you the end result of this hairstyle, and you will be like, what? Like, it's so neat. You see how she's literally like consistent with every piece of hair that she's adding. The stitching is very detailed. Like, she's gripping like pieces that, I would have been like, I can't grip that. But she's so, so talented, you guys. And she was so fast. She worked really, 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 really fast. And their pricing structure is amazing. The reason it's lower than the island is because mainland is, I guess it's just, it's cheaper to live in the mainland. So the pricing are going to be structured according to how much people can afford in that area. So that's why you see a lot of salons will charge significantly cheaper than stylists that are based in the mainland. And plus, mainland island, it all gets so confusing sometimes. But island, it's more expensive, like real estate. So if you own the salon on the island, like you're paying a huge penny for it, like on the millions side. So that's why most salons on the island, Lagos Island, like Lekki, VI, they charge more because they have to pay for their rent, and it's more expensive. So they would charge maybe like 6,000 or up, whereas island is cheaper, so people will charge lower. And then you're also competing with a whole lot of other stylists, so of course you're going to bring down your pricing just a little bit lower, so that way you can still be in the market and still be able to compete with your competitors and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys, so if you want to book them, they are their phone number are listed on the video, and you can check out their Instagram. They typically post, they don't really post braids like that on Instagram, but they post like their bundles and things like that. So if you're looking for hair, wigs, all that good stuff, contact them. They got you. And I know some people were asking me if these stylists make braided wigs. Go to the contact. I always put their Instagram handle and their phone numbers in the description or on the video. Contact them, ask them. Some of them will do custom orders for you guys. So utilize all these stylists I'm recommending to you. So yeah, and at least if just know, if I'm putting them on my channel, I trust them enough to give you guys quality work. So if you have any problems, let me know and I will reach out to them myself. Make sure you add me on Instagram at Glam by Mary, or on what do you call it? I have two Instagram, Glam by Mary or Merriman TV. It's Glam by Mary, I typically post hair videos. Merriman TV is all about me and myself and that I love. But yeah, make sure you find me on the social media, and also follow them as well. Let's all support each other. I feel like as hairstylists and hair community, we get so used to doing things individually. Like, we're so individually driven that we don't have a sense of community. Like the makeup industry, I feel like they have a community. Like, they are friends, they all hang out, they talk. And I just want us braiders to be like that. Like, why do we gotta be so independent? Like, why can't we just be friends? Like, are we competing? Like, we can share information, share techniques all day long. We can be cool too. Like, but I feel like braiders are so like secretive, and they all want to hide all their techniques and hide their work and get all the bread. But I don't know. I'm not like that. I genuinely love what I do. It's not about money for me, so I'm just like very focused on other things. So yeah, but yeah, you guys, make sure you leave a comment, okay? I want to talk to you guys. I really love reading you guys' opinions. Sometimes you guys can be kind of mean in the comments section, but that's okay. I can handle it. I'm mean too, so you know we could go back and forth. But as you see, the way she's doing the top part of the hair, I really like it because like the top part was such a blank canvas, and you really have to have a vision in order for you to really like construct the parting. It's all about having a vision. Sometimes you just part and it becomes like a dance, and you just kind of go along with the lines, and then you switch it up from when you just go to a different section and start parting a different way, and it just becomes a look. So I don't think she even had a plan. She just started like braiding and like parting different parts, and she was able to accomplish the pattern that she did at the top, which it looks so complicated, but it's really wasn't. She just did the first two braids that you see at the end, and then she went to the front and did those 5-6 braids, and then she went to the other part of the hair and did the other parts to create the hair. It looks complicated, but it's very easy. As you can see, the hair came out so beautiful, so neat. She's going ahead to trim the hair, and then we're going to dip it in hot water, and she will be done. I'm so glad the client allowed us to film, because I remember I told you guys people are very shy in Nigeria. They don't want to be on camera. So I'm so glad the salon allowed us to film a video here. I can't wait to go back. Like, they're so talented, it's crazy. So this is how they dip the hair. So because the bucket couldn't go all the way, they just take a little bucket and just spray the hot water onto the hair. But you have to be very careful so you don't accidentally pour that hot water on your client, because it's so easy to do that. So just be very careful. I can't mention that enough. If you're gonna do that technique, I typically just use like a jug that is like less bigger so I can control it, and then I just dip it all the way, pull it all the way, so that way the hair can get in as much as possible. And then I use my towel to dab off any excess, but you could do it this way as well. Either way, like I said, different techniques but same results, correct? So that's really it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait for y'all to see my next video. You guys are gonna be mind blown. You guys, I found the most luxurious salon in Lagos, Nigeria. The most luxurious salon in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm talking 30,000 Naira for a service. Like, what? Girl, I can't wait to show you guys. It's lit. So yeah, make sure you thumbs up the video, give a comment, like, share, all the all the good stuff we typically do, so your girl can pay her rent. But yeah, I will catch you guys in my next video. Have a merry day and God bless.